2016, first U.S. presidential debate, Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton versus Republican Donald Trump at Hofstra University. 2008, Swiss pilot and inventor Yves Rossy becomes first person to fly a jet engine-powered wing across the English Channel. 2004, Canadian runner Ed Whitlock, 73, becomes first person over 70 to complete a marathon in under 3 hours, 2 hours, 54 minutes and 48 seconds, at Toronto Marathon. 2000, anti-globalization protests in Prague, some 20,000 protesters, turned violent during the IMF and World Bank summits. 1992, Jimmy Connors beats Martina Navratilova, 7-5, 6-3 in a tennis match dubbed the Battle of Champions, held at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada.
And it gives Martina 2 break points in the first game.
Point to hold.
Terrific rally.
1983, Australia 2 wins the America's Cup, ending the New York Yacht Club's 132-year domination of the race. In the best of 7 races, Australia 2 was 1-3 down after the first 4 races. In the final race, Australia came from behind to win 4-3. 1973, Wilt Chamberlain signs with A.B.A San Diego Conquistadors as a player and coach, finish tied for 4th place in the ABA's Western Division. 1973, Concorde makes its first non-stop flight from Washington, D.C. to Paris in record-breaking time, 3 hours and 32 minutes. 1960, in Chicago, the first televised debate takes place between presidential candidates Richard M. Nixon and John F. Kennedy. 1950, Korean War, United Nations troops recapture Seoul from North Korean forces in the Second Battle of Seoul. 1946, the first edition of the Adventures of Tintin was published in the French-language magazine Le Journal de Tintin. The series continued to be published in the magazine until June 1993. The series was created by Belgian cartoonist Hergé, and it consists of 24 comic albums that follow the adventures of a young Belgian reporter named Tintin and his dog Snowy. 1933, as gangster machine gun Kelly surrenders to the FBI, he shouts out, "Don't shoot, G-men," which becomes a nickname for FBI agents. 1918, World War I. The Meuse-Argonne offensive began, which would last until the armistice of November 11, 1918, a total of 47 days. The offensive was the largest in United States military history, involving 1.2 million American soldiers. 1910, the newspaper and the printing press were sealed and confiscated by the Indian Imperial Police. Ramakrishna Pillai was arrested and banished from Travancore to Thirunelveli in Madras province of British Raj. 1905, Albert Einstein publishes the third of his Annus Mirabilis papers, introducing the special theory of relativity. This theory revolutionized the way we understand space and time and laid the foundation for modern physics. 1789, George Washington appoints Thomas Jefferson the first United States Secretary of State. Thomas Jefferson served in this position from March 22, 1790, to December 31, 1793. He was one of the 4 original members of George Washington's cabinet. 1580, Francis Drake finishes his circumnavigation of the Earth in Plymouth, England. The treasure that Drake acquired during his travels was calculated at £600,000, approximately £25 million in today's money. 46 BC, Julius Caesar dedicates a temple to Venus Genetrix, fulfilling a vow he made at the Battle of Pharsalus. The temple was constructed with brick and faced with marble.